What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? My name is Jacemachine. I am fueled by coffee and driven by insanity. I hope you guys are doing fantabulous today. We are, of course, playing StarMade here on the Star Squadron survival server. Today we are working on stuff in the shipyard, as we have been most of the time. That's what I've been using most of my time with lately. I should be building some sort of fleet to fight the Armada guys, but unfortunately, I've just been really taken up with Star Wars lately. You understand how that can happen, right? So I have been building the Imperial Cargo Shuttle from Rogue One. Let's see if we can load that up. Sometimes you have to load it a couple of times. Let's try it again. Load. Come on now. I'm having connection problems, or I'm losing connection with the server, damn it. Are we good? No, it definitely does not overlap. It does not have Dunlap's disease, where it Dunlaps over the edge now. Come on, what's going on with this thing? There's nothing down there that I can see. Oops. Yeah, everything's clear. Just checking. You never know with these. And while we're here, let's hop into our build block so I can get a good view. Oh, I totally fucked everything up. Alright, forget that build block. Alright, let's try this again. Load, please. Damn it, man. What are you doing to me? I built it in this shipyard, so it shouldn't be doing this. And I've seen this happen before, but I've never had it happen to me this bad before. Jeez, man. Rest assured, if you have plans to do a video about something in StarMade, StarMade itself will try to stop you from doing a video about that. Okay, now this is interesting. It seems to be invisible. Did I just get warped out here or something? Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Shipyards are awesome, but they are also crazy sometimes. Come on, there we go. Back into the shipyard. Will you work? Let's just move it over here. I don't know if that will help. Let's put anything in here, right? Let's put in Project Lionhead. I don't think I've really shown you guys that much. JW608 has joined the game. Why, hello there, JW. Can't get that one to load. This one should definitely fit. And it's not fitting either. What is happening here? Something bad has been happening, and I don't understand why. That's not good. Alright, I'm going to try fixing this real quick, and maybe we'll be able to fix the bug. We're just going to go back to our cargo here, grab out a block, and we are going to move and replace the anchor block. Let's see, just dark gray hull will work just fine. Alrighty, we'll just put this one here, like a thus, right? I want to make sure that I can just be connected to that. And then we're going to remove and replace. And then we're going to remove. Anything else down here? Looking around, I'm not seeing anything. Let's try this one more time. One more time. Loads. It loads and then it vanishes. That's maddening. It really doesn't at all overlap with the structure. It's lying. Nothing is working. The shipyard is completely broken. Alright, so the only thing I can think of here, after all of that unsuccessfulness, is to hop back in this build block real quick and see if these things are properly hooked up. They seem to be, at least within the center part, and the edges of the rings as well are all hooked up. Let's go to the other side real quick. Everything is purple, everything is selected. Yeah. Nothing appears to be wrong in any way with the shipyard. So I don't know. That's a mystery. It is a mystery. Alright, let's get back and try it one more time. This time I'll stand on top of it for luck. I wish there was a way to make all of this text larger. My eyesight is going. As I get older, my eyesight is getting worse and worse. And of course, like last year, I just experienced that that bit of leaking blood into my my eye, basically at the back of my retina. So that resulted with really nearsighted, partly colorblind, and vision issues. And unfortunately, there's no way for me to make any of this stuff bigger, and it's getting harder and harder to play the game as the years go along. See? It is not overlapping with the structure in any way, shape, or form. Huh. And then I wonder, maybe it's just me. Alright. So, again, I guess this is going to be an interesting bug fixing episode. I'm going to log out and see if it's, quote-unquote, just me. Alright, we are back. Let us see what we can see. And select. Load, please. Damn it. I don't know. I'm going to have to reset the server, but there's a bunch of us online right now, so I have to wait until later. So in the meantime, I guess I'll go show you what I've been working on. I've been working on my base, my house, my apartment a little bit. Still need to clean up my chair. I come out here at night, you know, as the station starts cooling from the day's work, and I turn on this hollow screen and I watch the news and I enjoy a couple of oil cans. Good times. Let's see. We got our cargo space here that we can access at all time. Do we have it set currently? Use as personal cargo, sir. Why, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Is it working? And why is it not working? Out of range. Are you kidding me? Game, what is your problem today? Set inventory name. Jacemachine's stash. That doesn't say stash. Only 10 letters. Okay. God bless you. Alright, we're going to use Jacemachine as personal cargo. Now will you work? Foolish mortal, you do. Fantastic. Alright, let's come inside here. Did I still have a TV up here, or did I move it? I moved it. That's where I pulled the TV screens from in here. We'll go upstairs. And this second part, I think, is where I've opened up a little bit of the second floor. Of course, I could be wrong. Yep. I could totally be wrong. And I am. Alright, so we're going to go up this floor. And yes, this is my bedroom. See, I pulled the wall open here. And I have little flower boxes. You can see my wonderful plants. I think it's quite nice. And we have this shield. I can take it down in theory. Yeah, the server seems to be having issues. The server always has issues. It would be the Star Squadron server if it didn't have issues. You know what I mean? I gutted this bathroom because I'm a robot. What do I need 2 bathrooms for? And then this is going to be some sort of elevator, and we are going to, I don't know, hamster habitat ourselves some stuff off of this particular unit. I have a little bit of a thing set underneath as well, and I'm also using canisters that I got from LensCap. Literally got from LensCap. Thank you very much, LensCap, by the way. I just scraped off the paint, put my logo on there. So I'm a firm believer, and if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it yourself. Just use it. Use it. See? LensCap made these. They will indicate their level of fullness when you have stuff in it, which is a really awesome feature. He improved upon his original idea, which was an awesome idea in theory, but it wasn't working in application. That was the having the glass so that you could see how much it could get literally. So instead of an actual mechanical answer, which is just glass, I don't know if that's a mechanical answer, he gave us an electronic. Alright, we're going to come back here one more time because I'm stubborn and I'm old and stubborn. It worked! Oh my gosh. Alright. Well, let's not waste any time. One of the comments that I recently got was, why? Hold on a second. Connection problem. Thank you. Someone asked me recently, why do I float across from the space, from the shipyard computer and go down to ship? It's because I like to look at the ship, basically. I like to see what it looks like as I'm coming down. And it's partly for you guys, too. You guys would like to see what the ship looks like, I would assume. And so that is basically what I do. That's why I take the long way. There's a lot of extra work I do when I'm making a video that I wouldn't normally do when I'm playing. But here we go. This thing is probably about 2 times scale. But, you know, that's generally how I end up building things. It looks pretty good with the character. And I'm actually really excited how this came out overall. Let me get out of the way and drop my HUD. I have these 2 side cannons. These are, in theory, they're supposed to be for missiles. They only have a single axis upon which they turn. And they are anti-missile turrets. But because they don't have the range, missiles could probably easily smash this thing. So it's good if it's coming from above, below, or directly ahead. Other than that, it's kind of screwed. Now, the guns that are on the wings here, these things are a little bit heavier. They're beams. And they are hooked up to a green light because the Imperials' lasers were always green. I thought that was weird, you know. The Imperials' lasers green, the Rebels' lasers were red, yet the lightsabers were opposite as far as good and evil goes. Anyway, rambling aside, this laser here is only on a single axis as well, but when you are parked and on the ground, these work best for anti-aircraft because they have the access of being able to swivel, you know, all the way up and around. However, when you're in flight and you're flying, the wings are going to be down, and that gives them a side-by-side view, which allows them to defend from targets behind, on the side, and in front. So it kind of actually makes sense. It works, and it's kind of neat seeing it actually in practice. Now these wings here need me to be finished. I also need to be speaking proper English and grammar, but there's a bit of detailing that I need to do on these wings. And I need to cover up the core. And I have room to hide some components inside here. There's little hollows. Hello! 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 So, I gotta stick some components in there, maybe some shields or something like that. And then I also need to make sure that the detailing on the wings itself represent the actual wings of the craft itself. This top part is all different layers of different slabs of different thicknesses, and I put these 3 little these are docking rail enhancers or something like that. Basically, I just needed something with a little round circle on there. I could have used jump drive bits, and I might actually go back and decide to use the round side of a jump drive and then have it set into the ground a little bit. I don't know. But this is all, you know, this is how you can do your greebling. And I don't really have a whole lot of detail on it because I'm still trying to get good images and look at the stuff and decide how I want to adapt it with my style. This door over here, by the way, is a huge door for a tiny hole. Check it out. You know, the ship itself has some sort of large looking hatch, and I didn't really have a good way of doing it, so I just went with that. I'm sorry. Let's turn the lights on in here. A little dark, but this is the interior cockpit. I usually sit over here, and that way I have access to both this button and this button. This button back here activates the green light, and the green light indicates that my landing gear is currently down. As you can see, here we go. Just like that. Now this landing gear is docked on this particular core, and it just has a couple of bits going up and down, and I hit all the logic for it in this particular side as well. So if you really wanted to screw over the landing gear of this craft, that right there in the center is what you need to take out. These guys are just hooked up to the same basic plate. I put a big rectangle underneath, and I removed all the blocks, and then I just stuck these up here. A lot of the stuff. This has a lot of room for hiding of logic and components. Can I go inside here? There you go. See, the walls are very thick, and that hides a lot of room for logic, which is pretty cool. This is a hatch in the ground. I don't know if I'm going to keep it here. I'm thinking I'm going to move it over to the side, because in the movie the rebels were using the hatch to slide underneath the vehicle and then crawl underneath the cargo itself. And there we go, a new use for ladders. When I was first building this thing, I had the caution angle wedges upside down. And I don't like the fact that I can see this stuff under here, but there's not much I can do about it because that is where the damn ladder is. So this button that I totally pressed, let's just get out. We're in here. Let's just go downstairs. I'm having issues. Put ourselves in gravity. That wasn't putting ourselves in gravity. There we go. Whoop. This will then shut and open the door. I'm getting used to the box that these particular textures are in. Oh, look at that. They don't have the hologram texture added to them quite yet. Interesting. But yeah, these things have a pretty big box around them. Let's take the HUD down and see how I don't get the R prompt. Get the R prompt here, but there's clearly a space here. So just be aware of that when you're trying to grab it pretty quick and do something with it. So there's that. This back here leads to the orange cargo container space. This is dark because it's a freaking cargo container. But this is entirely filled up from floor to ceiling within this hazard area with cargo spots. They're all assigned to this particular box, storage box. And then this is the core that you use to dock it in place. And the dock is down there, and there is a camera attached so you can easily dock yourself where you need to be. I guess it would be possible to put a camera into this guy and then use this to try to land on the cargo canisters. That might be interesting. In that case, the cargo canister would probably get some sort of bullseye attached to it, I think. We'll consider that. This is a systems station right here. Normally you would have whatever you want displayed on your data. I just haven't typed anything in right now. And thank you very much for these, Schine and Saber. These new rails are awesome. Basically, you can turn them on any angle, so you can either use them as ladders or as railings like this, or you can turn them the other way and use them as bars and have jail doors. You can put them in the ground and use them as sewer grates or drains. Yeah, they're really awesome. Super functional. That's an excellent addition to the game, guys. It does the function of so many things. So good work with that. This button over here, let me just talk about this button here. This button is what controls the front, the drop front. So when that red light is on, it also is the indicator from in here. So it'll turn off once I turn this off, and that's the way the pilots know that, okay, we can go into the outer atmospheres. But when it's on, this light comes on and lets you know. This is a flashlight headlight thing underneath here, and we'll put the landing gear away, and then this next part's my favorite part. That button right there activates the yellow light, and out the window you can see that those guns are moving. The entire wing section is sliding down. Let's get back into the seat real quick, because I have another feature of this that I'd like to show off. Alright, so we're outside, and we have these little buttons that we can scroll between. There's the entry ramp, which is not working. Why are you not working? Are these not hooked up? Interesting. What is going on with this guy? Alright, none of these are working. So let's take a look at why that might be the case, and I'll also show you where I stuck those switches also. Those are a block that you get for your hotbar. They're great little things if you want to have access to things on your ship that you would also normally have access to with buttons. Looking here, I think I hid it. Did I hide it? Up here, right here, right here. So this thing is connected to that block, so it is correct, and it is correctly connected. Alright, we're probably having lag issues then. This entire area, the entire top part of the ship, is full of systems. I have a little walkway in between here. Where's my walkway? I've lost my walkway. Alright, let's try this again. Did I completely fill it in? I don't remember having it completely filled in. Yeah, there's a little walkway through here. Okay, that's where you're supposed to be able to access it. Just need a little step to get in here and then jump up. Because I want you to be able to come back and fix this if you need be. And we'll turn on the lights. You know, you got to be able to fix your machines. You got to have access to stuff. Don't bury your logic when it comes to making complex logic stuff. Make sure your switches. This bit is a rail that this is attached to. In fact, I made sure that the rail was accessible from the inside. This is the docking rail for the orange container, in fact. But don't cover up your logic is the lesson that I'm bringing to you guys. And the reason is you need to be able to access it easily. You need to be able to see if all the connections are working, because the game's still buggy, it's still in its alpha, and so you're gonna have problems, and you're gonna want to be able to fix those problems quickly. Alright, so addressing these problems one more time. Maybe it was because I was holding the no, that's not the case. Wing mode, it does not work. Alright, let's bring up G so we can mess with the weapon systems. And we'll move these things around. And it's still not locking them unlocked. That's crazy. I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. So we shall continue the tour as if nothing happened. We are still able to activate the stuff on the inside. In fact, we'll just look at it that way. You're able to bring those up and down. They don't actually hang as low as I'd like. That is a little bit out of my range of building at the moment, but I like the way that it looks in the meantime. I think it's really good, and that if we do end up figuring out how to get the angle to work a little bit better, it's not something that we can't fix in the future using this. Let's see, what other features can I look at here? The tail end here. Yeah, this is a great section, because look at this. I am going to remove these guys on both sides. In fact, I should have done this in mirror image mode. Remember, kids, always use your mirror imaging mode. Your symmetry planes. I don't want to see these little rocket things from outside. And I don't want these to be hooked up to whatever the heck I just did. Damn it, Jace. Let's try to do this again, elegantly this time. All right, put that there, we'll put that there. And our grates would be great. It would be great. Do we want them up and down? I think we do. I think we want them up and down for this part. because it gives it a little bit more definition shape-wise. And I think it looks really cool. It looks slick. Now, why doesn't this fit here? Because of that, Jace. Because of that. Alright, so we're here in build mode. Some of you guys are pretty new to build mode. It's basically like creative mode within the actual like survival mode of the game itself. And all you have to do is have a shipyard big enough to fit your dreams, and you can build anything. You could build anything. So there, shipyards. Yeah, you get all the advanced build modes and all the pieces. You just have to put all the stuff together manually as far as crafting the blocks. And then you just fit it together, and this thing will build it for you automatically at that point, once you build it. If that makes sense? Sorry if I'm rambling. Alright, so what are we doing real quick? We are going to... Can we test this? I had wanted to test this. We're going to have to test that from inside the structure, I think. And since the Imperials aren't known for their transporters, we're going to go do this manually. Don't forget to get yourself out of gravity, kids. Alright, I'll see you guys there. Alright, so we're going inside the shipyard computer once again. And this thing is currently loaded. And I can do what? Am I able to test it from in here? I thought I was able to. Test out design. Alright. So the testing out design option... Let's get caught up here real quick. The testing out the design puts it into like a null space. It's a personal sector, as you can see. This makes it so no one can find you and mess with your ship. There's nothing else around. There's no space pirates or anything. But this actually allows you to test out systems, shoot stuff, fly around, make sure your things are working. It's just quicker to go in through the top here. So I would like to sit down and test my buttons one more time, please. Entry ramp, landing gear, and wing mode. Both are still lit. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign. Oh, that is a good sign. We can get our landing gear to work, and wing mode, I suspect, will also work. Because it's an activator and it's attached to a button toggle, this activator actually needs to be set up to a one of the, what is it, an OR state or something? I don't know. I don't know these things. So there you go. It's pretty cool looking. I like the way it turned out. I'm really proud of it. It's not quite done, but it's nearly there. And I think I'm going to go take on the Lambda class shuttle next and see how that turns out. I know the few have been built, and there's some that are really nice, but I want to give it a shot myself. That way, all of these Imperial stuff that I end up making end up looking like they belong together. Also, man, I really like the way that this engine turned out. It's really cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so we can exit the test sector by hitting escape. Yes, I'd like to be exiting, please. Teleported back to my original location, it said. Is that a truth? More or less. Alright. Thank you very much for watching this episode of StarMade on the Star Squadron server. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what the verdict is in the comments section below. And if you can, leave me a like. I'd appreciate it. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe for more StarMade content. And check out some of my playlists to see what else I have got going on. I have 3 years worth of StarMade content to check out. So if you're here specific for that, you won't be disappointed. I love